Hola.
I'm sorry, who are you? What are you doing in my house?
Uh,
Why did you call the movie language lessons instead Spanish lessons?
We went back and forth with that a little bit. It was always language lessons from the beginning, and I was the one that was like, maybe we should call it Spanish lessons. But Mark made the very good point that there are different types of languages, and that I think Cariño and Adam learn more than just Spanish. You know, they learn how to communicate with each other on different levels and
Mhm.
in different ways than just language. Just speaking language. So more
Yeah.
than Spanish. You know, I think we have all probably heard the idea of love languages, but there's also like physical communication and like you know how the unspoken communication. And I think Mark made a good point that all of those things are covered in the movie, so it made sense to call it that.
Yeah, well, I mean, from my perspective for the lessons that Adam receives from Cariño, it's definitely not just Spanish. And one thing I wanted to explore with Adam is that the way he communicates is he's very confident. He comes on very strong, and he believes because he has a good heart that he's there to help and that will go well for him. And so he's learning from Cariño, a more guarded person, how to appropriately communicate his desire to be close with her, his desire to help, so it doesn't come across in some sort of white savior way. And he learns a lot about, you know, even with the screen between them, how to present. And that was something I was really interested in exploring, you know, honestly, personally, because it's something I've learned a lot about personally in the last few years.
Adam.
Yo no sé tu nombre.
Oh, todo el mundo me dice cariño. Como in Dirty Dancing, how everybody just calls baby baby.
Well, Cariño and Adam are opposite in terms of lifestyles. So they are lonely under their relative circumstances. So I like how learning a language through an online video format opens the door to cultural understanding and building friendships. So this movie makes me think about the ironic idea that virtual platforms, which is supposed to limit personal connection, was actually increasing that connection. So I think this is a new normal of conversation in relationships. So did you think about it when you were shooting the movie?
Yeah, you know, I think humans adapt to everything, right? Like phone calls were new at a certain point, and it was like, well, why don't you go over there and see a person and talk in person? But if you're not able to, and if all you have is a phone call, or all you have is a letter, or all you have is a chat room, or all you have is you know, a text message or Zoom or something, then you can find connection in those places and in unexpected places because we make do with what we have. And in some ways, I think it can let your guard down a little bit when you're in your own home and you can relate to someone and there's not really a lot to hide behind you. Like you can, you know, the rest of this might be all messy, but this is still my house. This is still my office where I work. That's my printer right there. You know, like there's still you still get a sense of a person. So it is an interesting new way to communicate, and I think I mean, we probably all should have invested in Zoom at the beginning of 2020 because I think it'll be used for a while longer. And it is an effective form of communication. I certainly don't want to go drive across town to a meeting if I can do it over Zoom. And I think a lot of people are feeling that way. So, I mean, if you and I, we wouldn't be able to talk if this didn't exist. So it's kind of cool the opportunities that it does afford.
I found out that it was your birthday, so ready, 1, 2, 3, here we go.
The pandemic definitely inspired this movie. I was 2 months into lockdown. I was taking online Spanish classes with an institute in Guatemala. And I immediately thought the dynamic would be interesting to have a connection develop, an unexpected platonic connection between a Spanish student and his teacher. So I called Natalie immediately because I had a suspicion that she was fluent in Spanish, which she was, and B, I've been really wanting to work with her as an actor and share the screen with her. You know, we did work on Room 104. I wrote episodes for her to direct, but we weren't together because I wasn't on set at the time. And we're friends, but we weren't good friends yet. And I had a feeling that we would have good chemistry, and that if we could make this movie very quickly, the way that it's sort of the movie follows a form of a romantic comedy, but it's a platonic relationship. I knew that as these characters were getting to know each other and sort of falling in platonic love, I really thought that Natalie and I would be doing that at the same time, like, because we really wanted to hang out. We were feeling lonely and we really wanted to get to know each other. And so the idea was to capture that and do it very quickly.
Adam!